Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
You find yourself in a tavern.
Oh, we should have checked for traps.
I knew he forgot something.
I think I can reason with him.
You killed his father.
Can I have sex with it?
You could certainly try.
I'm gonna touch a sword.
Don't touch the sword!
The child is evil, right?
Obviously.
I could cast Fireball.
Always cast fireball.
All right, roll for it. Welcome to Friday Night Quests. I'm your host and dungeon master, Jay Jones. This week we bring you part 3 of our adventure with Taylor Glockner from Mako Mermaids and the Strange Calls. As a reminder, Friday Night Quests is still a growing show. If you like what we do, please consider leaving a rating and review on iTunes. 5-star reviews really help new people find the show. And without further ado, let's get to the game. Previously on Friday Night Quests, the Velvet League's mission to find Izzy's father has taken them to the heart of drow culture in the ominous Underdark. But Sweeney's rash actions may have set the Dark Elves on edge. So as you were riding along, Izzy, the drow warrior, has had put down his sword and has had his bow drawn, ready to fire. As you guys are moving into the deeper darkness again, there are only a few small purple lamplights hanging off the side of the caravan, but otherwise it's pitch black. So for Horace, when you look out, you literally can't see anything. It looks like you're almost riding through a black void, but you can hear wind whistling by you. Izzy, you have dark vision, I believe, up to 60 feet.
Yes.
So you look out and you can see down going off of this path, it looks like it dips heavily down into a deep, dark cavern beneath you. And as you hear the wind, you can feel as if that you are in a massive open space that you're riding through. And as you pass by, occasionally you see stalagmites and stalactites connecting into these massive giant columns as you ride along, and the purple light gives you a little bit more view. And more or less the elite warrior puts his bow away, sheathes his sword, sits down, not making eye contact with you, but I'm very sorry about that, miss. There's been more and more of those these days. We're trying to take our best precautions, so I'm sorry about that. We promise we will take the most care on the rest of our journey back. It should only be a couple more hours or so until we reach the city. Have you had anything to eat? Is there anything I can prepare you from the back?
More wine.
Absolutely. And he goes back and opens the door. The one whipping the reins is holding tightly. He looks a bit shaken, but he's holding his composure and keeping you riding along the path.
You did a fine job handling those beasts back there.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good job.
And keeps his eyes forward and riding along. The drow comes into the back where all of you are sitting. He pulls some of the food and barrels that have fallen on the ground and sets them back up to the side and starts cracking one of the wine barrels.
Oh, thank you.
This was for madam up front, but I'm happy to pour you a glass as well. He pours a quick glass, returns to the front and passes it to you,
Thanks.
Izzy. Then returns back and pours one for you, Elon, as well.
Thank you.
Pours one for, I'm sorry, I didn't get either of your names.
Let's let it be a mystery.
Well, I will
love
need to announce each of you when we arrive.
Mystery woman.
I'm sorry, I must insist. I need a name.
Hortensia, don't be so modest.
Oh, Hortensia.
Hortensia.
Hortensia? Hortensia Jones?
Please roll me a deception. Hortensia Jones is so drow.
That's 20. That's a nat.
It's a natural 20?
Yeah.
My God.
Instantly in love. And believes you.
Hortensia Jones.
Have you ever noticed how beautiful your cheekbones look?
And the drow darts his eyes away. Thank you. You flatter me. Is there anything else you'll need, Madam Jones?
I may need some genitals to kick out of anger in a moment. If you don't get back to your fucking seat up front.
Drops his head, immediately goes out of the front and closes the door.
There you go. And Elon
Pops his head back again real quick.
Hello.
And you, madam, I'm sorry I didn't get your name.
Oh, my name is Katie. Nice to meet you. I take the polite option. Thank you, sir, for everything.
Please roll a deception for me for Katie.
12, 11.
So it's because your deception is a -1?
Yeah.
11. He's not entirely sure if that's true, but also, like, he doesn't want to deal with Hortensia. So, okay. And then shuts the door and goes to the front and sits back down.
May I introduce Hortensia Jones and Katie?
I lean over to Elon. I'm like, I don't speak Elvish, but I heard the word Katie. I don't think you need any more to drink. And I take the alcohol from you and I just drink it.
I'm gonna start sobering up.
So he's riding at the front and you guys are riding through the night. Do any of you, like, arm yourselves with anything different or change any of your...
Can I see what... is there anything, like valuable or useful in the cart?
In the back, you see simple... There is a case there are weapons in. You see some nice drow short swords.
Too bad you can't see in the dark.
Oh.
He can see some.
I'm going to keep
because
lifting up things and
there
going,
are,
what is
there
this?
Are,
Oh, there are the lights.
What is this?
There are four purple lanterns hanging on the outside of the caravan that are casting a dim purple light into the caravan.
Okay.
It's just outside.
It's just outside, so it's very dark in there for sure.
Yeah.
But, like, you can make out, like, the gleam of a blade, and you can feel it and kind of know.
Ow!
Horace, I'm gonna cast a spell if that's okay. Really quick. It's just us two in the back. No one can see, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna cast a spell of create or destroy water. I'm gonna create some water, Horace, for you to start drinking to start sobering up.
Don't assume about me and my problems. I'll drink it. But
1 glass for every drink
okay.
that you've taken. How many
I'll drink
drinks
it.
have you had, Horace?
I had this empty bottle.
Okay.
And
Just
I
now?
also, yeah, I mean, I've been drinking this whole time.
Okay, you would have had 2 points of exhaustion, but with that water, for just right now, you're at 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay. Well, I had more than just that bottle, but
So just take
Cool.
have some sips for me. Just,
Okay.
slowly start to sober up, if you wouldn't mind.
what's this? And I lift up one of the swords.
That looks to be like a short sword to me.
Ooh, looking good. Is this drow design?
One assumes.
Well, one.
None
who's
of us-
one. I'm me, and I
All
want to
right.
know: is this drow design?
You're asking the wrong member of the party.
Oh, okay. Hey, oh yeah, I shouldn't ask her. All right, well, let's take these.
Just take them. I don't think they're gonna know.
Here, Elon.
Even
have
if they
one.
They- I
ask,
already have one, but-
be like, hey, I want these. I'm a lady.
Yeah,
That's a thing we can do.
I love that.
Not
I'm
me.
I'm just gonna do that from now on.
Good. I'm glad we've given you a new position of privilege.
Yeah, I'm checking my privilege hard, and I'm checking it right into having a short sword. Shink, put it in my belt. Hey, Elon, take one of these short swords. They're
Thank
pretty
you,
cool.
brother. Appreciate it. Or sister, I should say.
Thanks.
So for stats, it is a +1 short sword.
Ooh.
It also has a slip in it where you can, when you fiddle with it, you can find a slip in the back where
Okay.
you can also slide poison into the blade.
Cool. I fiddle with my blade.
So the way that would work is because you do carry a short sword, Elon.
Yeah.
It'd use the same numbers, but the attack bonus is +1 to that.
Okay.
So it'd be a +9, and then the damage would be also +1. So you'd add 4 instead of 3.
Nice.
Izzy, do you
Yep.
do anything in the front while you're riding in the caravan?
I turn to the man driving the caravan and I say, beautiful morning.
Yes, I believe it is early dusk.
Glug, 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 glug.
So he whips the reins. You guys ride harder into the darkness. Slowly, you feel yourselves getting higher in the earth. You guys are deep underground. You feel the air becoming a little bit fresher, and you feel yourselves coming up a little bit higher. You're riding up a steep hill. You've been going up it for about 20 minutes now.
Is there a roof above of us?
Oh, the caravan?
A cave,
Yes.
a cave roof, I mean? Or
Oh,
is
if
it-
you look up,
Yes.
you. So how far is your dark vision?
60 feet.
It just looks like black, endless black above you.
Okay.
So you assume there is one. I mean, you would know there is, that you don't see any
You don't
sunlight
see
or anything.
stars, yeah.
Stars or sunlight.
Right, so we're like
So you know you're
in a deep
underground.
cave
You're
somewhere
deep, deep
underground.
underground.
Okay.
And if you guys remember, over the last 2 weeks, you've been traveling deep into the earth. So you assume you're miles
And
underground.
had adventures.
And had adventures.
Yeah.
You guys are miles and miles underground. So now as you're coming up, you're still fairly deep, but you have been going up for quite a while, for about 20 minutes.
Remember that one time you almost died, Elon, and I held you in my arms? And
Nope.
We realized that you might be my brother?
I do remember that. Okay, I'm going to admit it. I know I immediately denied,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Crazy.
I admit it.
It was like a moment where we looked into each other's eyes and we realized, whoa, we could be
That was
brothers.
a nice moment.
Yeah.
And the way we fought together against those two guys earlier, it was like
Yeah.
like it was coming from somewhere else.
You know, I
like
worship.
it had already been.
I worship a dragon, but
Okay.
I would give thoughts to maybe checking out your god.
Checking out my god.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What
Yeah.
makes you say that?
I like your style. I like Moradin. I like what it stands for. Him. Sorry. And you know, I like the idea of like you don't take shit. I mean, you
don't.
shit, but you don't take any from people.
Yeah, physical or literal.
And you know, like I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Like, I mean, everything you've been saying about him. It sounds right. It sounds right.
Right.
Honestly,
Are you trying to tell me to cast a certain spell? Or
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to ask you to cast male vulnerability with me because I want to talk about the fact that I might have said a prayer to him.
Suddenly, the caravan shudders forward as you make as you feel the caravan make a sharp turn. Out the left side of the caravan, you see it turn, and out the left side of the caravan, you can see that you've come into an open outcropping, and light is starting to pour into view.
Oh, what kind of light?
So you can see that it is a mix of purple and kind of a deep orange light. And there are thousands of these lights starting to come into frame in your bottom left of your view. It seems like you're almost at the top of a huge hill, like almost the top of a mountain underground, and sloping down the mountain on your left, much like the hills of Brazil. There are outcroppings of homes on your left as you're sloping down. Now that you can see with some of the light coming in, you can see along the roads and where you came through, which you must not have noticed before, that there were dozens of soldiers beckoning you forward. Izzy, you were outside, or did you come back inside the caravan?
No, I'm still sitting shotgun.
When you were sitting shotgun, you were part of this process. They came up, they took your name, they passed along some paperwork. He declared everyone that was in the caravan. They checked off a few things, and they motioned you through to the city of Felsiri. And as you're riding down, now you're riding down the mountain on a caravan. You're going wide out, kind of running along the wall as you're sloping down. And on the left, you're starting to get a full view of the city. Again, beautiful stone homes carved out of the stone in this mountain as you're sloping down. The carvings of the stone is perfect. Drow architecture is some of the most beautiful architecture. It rivals even the power of the ability of dwarves even. It's just more of a sleek style, while dwarves are more of a hardy, hard-edged style. Theirs is more sweeping designs or sloping, curving designs. As you sweep down on the right, you're coming along the city. Now you're below the many houses that make the rows above you on the left-hand side. In front of you, you can see the road is leading up to a beautiful tower that is coming out of a stalagmite and stalactite meeting, and it is massive in scope. The tower itself is probably the size of what would be... It's as large as the Kemp estates if you stack them on top of each other. So one Kemp estate's on the bottom with the Kemp estates stacked on top.
That's the only way I can process
There
this.
you go.
Is if
Perfect.
I
It's the
think in
size of
terms
2 Kemp estates.
It's basically the size of 2 mansions stacked on top of each other,
Cool.
with dozens and hundreds of balconies curling all around the tops with several gateways and things. As you're riding by on the right-hand side, you can start to see there are lights out in the distance, but not for homes. It looks like you see some lamp fire. This is orange light, not purple light. You see orange light. You see several soldiers standing out on different posts, each of them holding large longbows and weapons. They all seem to be suited up and armored, ready to go. All of them look to be aiming out into a vast darkness. They're on the right-hand side. Again, this pocket on the left all looks to be pretty tight. Many houses, many buildings, and then leading up to this one giant building in front of you. But on the right, several stalactites and stalagmites meeting, creating these columns. But through the different columns is just blackness and darkness. As you're riding by, though, there you then see a grouping of several warriors and soldiers. I would say about a dozen on either side of another. It looks like the caravan road also shoots off to the right. And farther down on the right, a very wide road, you see it's leading to between 2 columns. You see several warriors waiting there, and it looks like it's going off to another area. Leading down a very long road, you see distinctly green lamp fire going down to another area. So you continue riding straight towards what you would assume to be the large kind of mansion home of whoever owns this city or runs this city. They pull you up. The couple people beckon you, Izzy, to step off. The elite warrior, keeping his head down, beckons his hand out to help pull you off the caravan. Do you take it?
Absolutely.
He takes your hand and pulls you off.
I'm going to take a little line of rope, and I'm going to hold it in my hands and give you the other end, Horace, so that you can walk me.
How do you get out of them shackles?
They're not real shackles.
No, they shackled you to the
They
back.
shackled you to the ground.
I mean, I have the rope. I don't need to take it out. I don't need to get my hands out. Just take some rope off me and loop it around my shackles.
Okay.
I know the spell knock. I can get out of these at any point.
Not that Elon would know, but Izzy, are you going back to get your clothes that you ordered? You paid the 25.
Right. Okay. So that was actually a question because what was it? 7 hours and then they disappear.
The spell? 8 hours, but we've used up probably a good...
You've been traveling for almost 3 hours.
Yeah, we've got about 5 hours left on
5
this.
hours and I'm naked.
No, you're not. You're just wearing what you're... Did you leave your clothes?
Yeah. Because I was going to change once I got it.
Okay, so 5 hours and then Izzy's naked. Izzy's naked right now, just no one can tell.
Yeah.
It's been very breezy.
Yeah.
So you don't have your armor on.
No. I don't have any armor. Like, no.
Oh, okay. So your armor class is
Does
10
nothing.
plus your dexterity modifier.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it is.
11.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
But my armor class is normally 16.
Yeah. Okay.
I rarely use that.
Yeah, I mean, you're usually an animal, so
Yeah,
it's not...
so.
May not matter.
So they open the back of the
So
caravan.
Izzy's just free-balling.
Yes.
Cool.
They open the back of the caravan. They beckon you all to come out. They unshackle Sweeney from where they've shackled you to the floor of the caravan.
Okay.
They pull you out. They check you from top to bottom. They check your clothes and things like that. They find material components in your pockets. They find a deck of cards on you.
Yep.
Now, does anyone want to stop them while they're going
Yeah,
through?
that's my slave.
Hey, yeah. You don't touch him. We don't touch. Where we come from, you don't
one of the
touch
warriors-
the property of another.
Stop
drow.
them before they find my dagger, guys.
In Felsire, we must inspect all slaves that are brought into the city. We've had incidents before.
Do you not?
That sounds like a you problem, not an us problem.
Do you not trust the granddaughter of Amash?
I don't like.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
The granddaughter of Amash?
Wait, I'm the great granddaughter.
Granddaughter of Amash.
I don't think he had.
Of Amash Buchanan.
Yes.
They gave word up at...
Great granddaughter. Great granddaughter. Yeah.
He walks up and eyes you from top to bottom.
We like what you see.
I'd heard something similar, but you don't look as I expected.
What'd you expect?
I don't know what I expected.
Carefully.
His eyes lower again. He looks to be of higher rank than the other warriors. He has some, I guess you'd say, like drow epaulets, which are just
Sure.
like webs hanging off.
Napoleon Bonaparte drow
Yeah.
stuff.
While this is happening, can I just toss away my dagger so that if they go back to inspecting me, like they've taken this moment to like not frisk me. I just want to take a moment to like drop the dagger or something, kick it aside. I know, I don't know what to do, but like I don't know. I feel like
Oh shit! A dagger just fell
I
from
know,
the ceiling.
like I don't know. I feel like I got to get rid of it somehow.
Well, Mike, would you like to do a sleight of hand?
No, you know what? I'm gonna trust my party to stop the frisking before they
Yeah,
find the
don't worry
only
about it.
weapon I carry.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
actively worried about it. So
Don't be.
Here's what we'll do.
I'm just running through the
I'll
scenario.
make sure everything is fine with our slave. I put things on him to have him carry them for me. You think I'm going to carry my own spell component pouch? You think I'm going to carry my own friendly deck of cards that I use for solitaire purposes to entertain myself?
Stupid.
Well, we just want to make sure he's not carrying any weapons on him.
Well, absolutely. Here, watch me. And then I'll go over, and can I make a sleight of hand to look like I'm, like, patting him down?
Uh-huh.
Do you see any weapons? Do you want me to sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, it's not. It's more of a deception.
Yeah.
Because you're
Oh,
not
okay.
sleight of... Like, if you were, like, trying to take something out of him...
16 deception.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like you
Yeah.
are, like, patting
Yeah.
him up and down.
He's fine. And also, we're on top of this. This is
Yeah.
our slave. This son of a bitch is a pathetic piece of poo-poo
Now,
that we've got under control.
am I to understand... Ysabel.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Ysabel
Yes.
Buchanan. We were the understanding that... have you been staying at another drow city?
She's been traveling. We're lovers.
Yeah.
She sometimes goes off on... We're lovers.
Yes. Yes.
She sometimes goes off on, you know...
Yes. I wander. I'm on a couple quests. So.
And Hortensia Jones. We know of your family. It's quite a far travel.
Well, I mean, I'm a traveler too. And, every once in a while, it's good to stretch your legs and see other parts of this glorious thing we call the Underdark.
It's important to spread the bloody methods of Lolth throughout the Underdark.
Of course.
And our friend Katie here.
And Katie of
Yes.
which house?
It's a single name. That's how popular she is. She's a pop singer.
Like Cher. Yeah, you were there
Oh.
before I was.
Oh, Cher.
Yeah, Katie.
Yeah, the drow share.
The great Drider performer.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay,
correct.
all right. Your papers are in order, and if your slave has been searched yourself, then I trust you've done your due diligence. I'll lead you inside. High Priestess Zeddy will want to meet all of you.
Take us to Eddie.
So the warriors follow you single file on either side.
Sorry, did they say Zeddy or Eddie?
Zeddy.
Oh.
Zeddy.
Well, I said Eddie.
Quick question. What language are we speaking right now?
I was speaking Elvish.
They're speaking Elvish.
Can you speak Elvish? I thought you could.
He can speak Undercommon.
Oh.
So I've just been letting you guys do a lot of the talking.
yeah.
I just said Katie.
Yeah.
I mean, I could tell.
Yeah.
What's her name? Katie. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, you're following.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fast learner. But basically, they lead you up to this tower. They usher you inside. You walk in beautiful adorned rooms as they're leading you up a massive spiraling staircase up to what would be the center of the tower. Beautiful rooms on either side. You see several handmaidens. You see several warriors adorning the sides. They look like a very militarized city. Not as, pedestrian or civilian-centric as you were where you were before. This looks like a militarized station. There are a few handmaidens coming in and out of different rooms, but otherwise everybody seems to be armed to the teeth.
Handmaidens or handfellas?
No handmaidens. In the tower, handmaidens.
Oh, that tracks.
So you are spiraling up to the center of the tower, and they're leading you into the main, I would kind of call it the main ballroom, essentially. This would be the room where you could imagine the seat of power would be. It is huge and elaborate. You see beautiful obsidian chandeliers hanging from the ceiling with milk spiders and glowing spiders spurling inside different crystals. They're alive. They're moving around inside, but creating light dancing around the room. In the back, you see a beautiful throne sitting with red and purple robes curling around and banners behind it. And sitting on it looks like a young female drow, sitting in beautiful white and black robes with the emblem of the shaded spider with the red gem on the thorax. And she is sitting there staring at you. Along the different sides of her, you see on her right-hand side, going out in a line, you see 5 handmaidens. They all are beautifully dressed. They have gold and white linens, as well as black robes around them. They seem to be like they're well taken care of. To her left, there is one handmaiden that seems to have a little bit more ornate design on her clothing, and she is standing very close to this woman sitting at the throne. Around the room, you see on the edges, you see several male drow warriors at the edges of the doorway, and you also see one older, I guess you'd say older drow, but looks like more experienced drow with the most epaulets, the most design on his armor to the right-hand side, standing by one of the archways next to one of the warriors watching. You enter the room.
I approach the young drow seated at the main chair.
Do you recognize her?
I don't recognize her.
I'm assuming there's a place that is appropriate for slaves to stand that is nowhere near.
And I'm just going to stand off and
so
watch the
when
slave.
you were coming into this room, Sweeney, one of the male warriors grabbed you by the scruff of your shirt and pulled you out.
Okay.
And gave you daggers, stared at you like, how dare you step your feet upon, as soon as your foot stepped the stone of this room, he forcibly pushed you out.
Okay, so I'm just listening outside.
Well, he's pushing you up against the wall and is grabbing his sword.
I'll stop him. Hey, whoa. That's my slave. Sorry. My fault.
You know the rules. No
I
slaves
do.
on this floor.
I'm going to be as nice
him
as
up.
I can about it, but I'm going to hit you over the head
Okay.
as nice as I can.
Love
I'll be
hearing
like-
those two sentences together.
Slave? No. Bad. So
He calmly slides his short sword back into its sheath and stands back at attention.
yeah.
I'll just
you.
stand outside the room.
Horace, take it easy. Okay? I'll stay out here. You guys go inside.
How loud
I'll
did you
stay
say
out
that?
here. Oh, just under my breath. Just to him and me.
Okay. All right.
I mean, are they closing the doors?
No,
Okay,
there are no doors.
I can just
It's a beautifully
listen.
open like archway.
I can just listen from out here. It's
Katie,
fine.
stay here and watch your slave.
Yes.
Think of this like an obsidian cathedral. That's a good way of describing how this looks.
I'm going to look to one of the guards and say, take good care of her. She's a pop star.
He nods and thinks to himself, and then just shakes his head and keeps his head down. So the two of you, Horace and
into the
Izzy,
throne
walk
room.
into the room. I guess you.
How many guards are there?
Tons.
Tons.
Like there's a dozen on the right
Too
and
many to kill.
a dozen on the right and a dozen on the left.
There's enough
Never
to kill.
too many to kill.
We shall not kill my people.
If there's one, there's enough to kill.
Also, do you recognize?
I don't recognize her now. Okay. And we're walking so we're going to approach her.
They're all well armored too. They all look like they're dressed to the nines.
Yeah.
So, Izzy, what do you do?
I'm going to curtsy.
Curtsy. Do you know the drow customs for addressing a high priestess?
Nope. I'm going to curtsy, and then I'm going to cut my palm open.
Do you really not know that?
Nope,
you really
I
don't
don't
know
know
all
this
this. Okay.
You're gonna cut your palm open and drip blood on the floor?
Yes.
I'm going to do the same thing because I'm watching her.
So we're gonna. First of all, you're producing weapons in the throne room. Starting with that question.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, we can have weapons. Slaves can't have weapons.
I mean, there's a difference between having them and whipping them out in front of the priestess.
Okay.
This is the custom to shed blood in front of
This is all what you would be
superiors.
hearing. Actually, I'm just
assuming.
messaging you.
Okay. Oh,
What
you're
are you-
messaging me.
What are you doing?
I'm assuming.
Can I talk back to you in my head?
Yeah,
Oh.
Don't have any
25 words. You can get back to me.
I go, Sweeney, I know you think you're smarter than me, and you probably are. So I put my sword back.
So each of you guys are just thinking like, I think this is
That
right,
was 16
and just
words.
cutting your
Got
hands.
9 left. I think, Sweeney, I know.
It's fine.
So cutting your
Yeah.
hands
15 words.
and dribbling blood on
Yeah.
on the floor.
Yep.
The younger drow sitting in the throne, she smiles and leans back and turns to her left, and the one priestess, the one handmaiden, that is standing to her left, the one that was very close, is eyeing the two of you coldly. Her face looks blank, almost, as if there's no emotion. She stares at the two of you, leans in closely, blinks, then turns and leans down. The woman sitting in her throne leans over to the left to hear what she says. She leans down and whispers in her ear. The high priestess leans back. Wow. You are, in fact, Izzy Buchanan. Sorry, Ysabel Buchanan.
Ma'am. Yes, it is I. I am who you say I am.
And listen, these charades are not necessary. You're,
Oh, thank God, because I'm also naked right now.
No, we know. This man here does not need to appear in the same state. Also,
But it makes him happy.
I'm assuming your friends out there are also not as they appear as well.
Nope, not at all. See, where we come from, we're okay to look the way that we are, but down here we're trying to.
Can I stay looking like this?
I guess they don't like that though. It doesn't matter what you want, Horace.
Are they speaking Elven?
Yeah,
They're speaking Elvish.
Yeah. Nothing. No change on my end.
Because neither you two speak Elvish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know.
Got
Neither of you two know what's going on. So you guys are like, this plan is going well. But you two are like, oh, fuck. Well, no, you might just
I mean,
that is
I don't know if that's the case
no,
either.
No,
Yeah.
we're fine.
I
We're
assume
fine.
this is family.
Everything's fine.
So
Everything's
Ysabel,
fine.
it's and can we get rid of this? And she waves
Okay.
she waves her hand, and it is dispelled. Horace, you're still in your clothing.
Hang on. Is she casting Dispel Magic?
She is.
I've seen you naked now like 10 times.
Seeing's
I
a
know.
5th level spell, Jay.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. I want to see if I can maintain some dignity for Kelly here.
Eh,
I mean, not that she gives a shit.
Kelly has never given a shit about.
I give so.
Izzy has never
Izzy gives
given-
so little shits.
Yeah.
I'm a druid. We think nakedness is acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, if she's a naked bear, she can be a naked lady.
Yeah.
It's a 5th level spell?
Yeah.
So she waves her hand and nothing happens. She eyes the two of you again.
Maintain my dignity, please.
And she looks up at the handmaiden to her left. The handmaiden nods, and she reaches her hand out and snaps her left finger. And yeah, it's gone. So you are now, Izzy, you're the veil has been cast, and you are now naked. And Horace, you have returned to your form as well. And I guess that means...
The range is 120 feet. So yeah, if we're within that,
so
which
then
I
that
figure
means,
we are.
Sweeney, you return to your form as well, and so do you, Elon.
Okay.
As this happens, the guards that was
Like,
eyeing
what
you
the-
two before, the one guard who was thinking to himself, like, Katie, do I know that Katie? And looks back and then sees what you both look like now. All the guards have drawn their blades out in the hallway, and they hear rustling. The priestess sitting on the throne. Enough! Bring them in. And you see the guards basically sheathe their short swords, and they bring you two in to the main room.
I'm still shackled, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't changed, unless that was an illusion. That
Horace,
was an
It
you
was
wanna hold my
originally, but
cape?
they added
but they
some.
did. But they did add.
Do you want to hold my cape again?
There's lightning
We
here.
don't talk about that.
Okay. Not in a public environment.
Yeah.
All right.
Priestess Zeddy may present to you the Velvet League.
I have heard of the Velvet League. And of course, I know of you, Ysabel.
You've heard of the Velvet League?
Of course. I like to keep informed, especially when family is involved.
Still speaking Elven, right?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely still speaking
Guys,
Elvish.
what's the Velvet League?
Velvet.
I'm a part of a crew, and you didn't tell me the crew name.
Yeah, we told you the crew
Velvet
name.
League.
When was I
That's where all
informed
the
of the
purple-
crew
the
name?
purple little
We were
ribbons are.
pretty drunk.
I feel like an honorary Avenger. You want like a Spider-Man or something like that.
You're
You
part
know
of the
what I mean?
Velvet League. You're part of the
All right, I'm honorary. I'll take that.
So, Ysabel, what brings you here? If you come to see your great-grandfather, I'm sure he is... And she looks to the left to the older drow standing with all of the decorated epaulets, is excited to see you.
Well, I've never actually met him, and neither has he met I. So I don't know how excited he would be to meet someone that he's never met before, aside from meeting family. My true purpose down here is to fetch my father.
As you say this, the male drow in the corner, the one that isn't facing out, the only one facing in, that's one thing to note. He's the only one facing into the room. The other drow warriors are facing out. Ruffles his brow a bit, and it looks like he kind of tightens his hand around his side. He looks a bit frustrated by this comment, but doesn't say anything. That is unfortunate. Your father has been, well, crucial to what we've been doing here. So... At this time, he is staying with us. But listen, you are a family of this city. You are one of its lineage. You can certainly take up refuge here.
That's a polite way of saying it. Thank you. I appreciate that. I know you don't really like the ones that leave the underworld. So.
We are not particularly fond, but we've made certain arrangements with your father, and he is acting in our interests, so we will not act against his.
How much longer do you need him?
It is undisclosed at this time. We may need him a bit longer or a bit less. Depends on how these times proceed.
See, that's not going to work.
They're building a Death Star.
Yeah, that's not going to work. See, Dad's been gone for a long time, and we need him on the surface to help us with the moon lily situation. I don't know if you know down here, or maybe it's been happening down here as well. Portals opening up to third, fourth, and fifth dimensions and other worlds, sucking whole communities, families, and structures into them. It's kind of an issue up there, and we need my dad. So
Zeddy's brow furrows a bit, and she looks at you. Her eyes kind of narrow.
Yes.
You know about the moondrop lilies.
Yes. Well,
How
duh.
much do you know about the moondrop lilies?
Well, they did not commune with me the way they did my father, if that's what you mean.
Do you know how they work? Have you had much time with them?
I've spoken to one. It was very basic.
You can commune with the moondrop lily.
Absolutely. I'm a druid. I can
Excellent.
commune with all
She snaps her right finger, and the warriors that were now standing on the line turn around and all draw their blades. I think you will find this place to be an excellent home for you, and I would love to reunite you with your father.
Nope. That I want you to bring my father to me so we can then go home, because what you don't know is my mom is so mad and she wants to see him quick.
Your mother
My mother
is upset.
is upset. Yes.
Your human mother.
You do not want to see her mad. Oh, no.
I have no care for the surface world as well as your human dirt mother. Listen, I have carried on this for a little bit more pomp and
She's a druid.
circumstance
She'd find
than
that a compliment.
necessary.
That's true.
Amash, please take your
Yep.
great-granddaughter to a room, and I will speak to her later. And take these other, I don't know, garbage creatures
Companions.
with her.
My companions. Yes.
Disgusting. Take them away from me. She
You're
steps out from her
disgusting.
throne and goes back behind the curtains. The handmaidens and the one to her left follow behind her. The one older drow with the epaulets steps out towards you. Ysabel,
Great granddaddy.
it's nice to finally meet you.
Wish I could say the same to you.
I've been instructed by Zeti to take you to a room. Now we have...
A prison? A prison, a cell? You're gonna
No.
lock me up in there?
We need
You're
a
gonna separate my
specific room at this
companions?
time, so...
Drain me of my life and blood. Torture me.
Ysabel.
What? What? All right, fine.
Compose yourself. Do you
No.
know what room you're in now?
Something probably very sacred to the drow, but lest I remind you, I am not part of this world, so I...
You are part of this family, so you will always be part of this world.
Oh, bullshit. Where were you on my birth? Or any of my awakening?
I was here! Where were you?
I was above on the surface where I was born and lived.
You should have been here. Your father should have been here.
No, Fred left many a year ago.
No. That was my son. He left and he died because of it. And then my grandson and now my great-granddaughter are parading around above the surface.
Doing the work of this class, who, by the way, up above, they all hate you, which is wrong, because they shouldn't. That's discrimination. We're trying to set a good example for the drow communities above.
I'm going to turn to Elon and Sweeney and go, it's not going well.
It's not going well. And you are just perpetuating that stereotype.
I actually can't understand the language, so I'm just seeing just this
Yeah.
all happen
Neither
in front
of
of
you
me.
It's
I'm
like when your
whoa,
friend
okay.
fights with their parent, but like in
In
their
a
native
different
language.
language?
And it's
Yeah,
like you know what's happening, but you don't know the details. But it's
Yeah.
like, what's worse really? Is it like hearing it or not? I don't know.
So we're just kind of just off to the side, just staying very quiet, just trying to stay out of trouble.
I know your father follows that more free spirit lifestyle, but here you will have manners and you will have respect.
I'll try.
Go to your room. My men will lead you there, and you will remain there until we bring you and you can see your father.
Yeah, they can drag me there. And then I turn into a boa constrictor. And then I just coil up.
On the floor?
They have to carry a fat snake to a room. Yes. Pick up the fat snake and drag the fat snake to
Amash
the
like
room.
throws his head back, just looks to the left, looks to the right. The other drow warriors kind of look to each other,
Have they ever
hands
seen a
in the
snake?
air, just
I give them a big like comical shrug, like, well, Izzy.
so a few of them cautiously come out and pick you up, like 4 of them,
Yeah, you need a couple people
and
to pick up and
carry
yeah.
you out of the room as
Like
the constrictor
10
snake.
people to carry a boa.
Sir Amash, you called us garbage people. Where should we be going?
That is up to my great-granddaughter. She can put you wherever she likes. Also,
Ysabel?
don't address me again. And he turns and walks away.
Oh, God.
He
All right.
likes you.
Now I know how people feel when they dog the mane.
So the warriors lead you down one of the halls. They take you down another floor.
All of us?
Yeah, they take all of you.
Okay.
To a series of several rooms. They lead you into one beautiful room, well decorated, well taken care of. It looks like it's set and ready for someone to sleep in and stay in. There's only one bed. They lead Izzy in. They show you around to the different accoutrements in the room. They put all 4 of you in there, shut the door, and lock it.
I pop out of my snake form and I say, "This place is stupid."
Oh, you're with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, all 4
well,
of you
yeah.
are in the
Snake.
room.
What's the room look like?
It looks like just a fancy room. It's got a single bed with spider webbing draperies around it.
Ugh.
There is a window leading outside, a view out of the tower where you can see the city. But inside there's a mirror. There's some
A wash basin.
Where the beautiful things are.
you don't have a wash basin in there, but
restroom.
restrooms nearby.
A wardrobe.
But yeah, you have kind of a vanity mirror in there and things like that.
I'm gonna open up the wardrobe and find some stuff for just see what there is for us to wear.
Yeah, because Izzy, you're still
My
naked.
boobs bothering you, Sweeney? Woo! I jiggle them. I'm jiggling my boobie.
Don't want.
So I'm gonna
It's
catch you.
weird.
I'm gonna catch you guys up. Fine, you can find me clothing, but I'll catch you
I
guys up
thought
on
this
what
was
they
going to
want.
be a lot more like Bob
Boobie,
Moodness.
boobie, boobie, boobie. There were boobies at Bahamas too. Just
Well-
later.
No, I mean, like, I thought we were going to show up and your family was going to be nice to us.
Why would they be nice? They're drow. I'm perpetuating my own stereotype. Oh,
What's the plan, Izzy? I mean, what
so I'm gonna explain to both of you guys.
Yeah, I wasn't filled in on this. You told me like who we're trying to find, and it seems to me that we just found him. I want to know why right now. I want to know answers.
My great granddad's
right
a
now.
dick. My dad
So,
always used to say this.
Your dad? Did you know that he was alive? Because
Yes.
at least he just said that your dad died.
It didn't.
No,
To my
gra-
understanding.
gra- granddad
incapacitated.
died. We knew that.
My granddad was Fred, so this is my great granddad.
Well, this guy must be old.
So he's
Yeah.
as
Yeah,
balls.
elves live a long time.
They do.
Oh yeah, right,
They do.
right.
But my great granddad was like
Right.
very authoritative figure.
Okay.
My dad was is like a free spirit. But
And
it's
he's still
interesting that
around
they
somewhere.
needed a druid down here, and they were so interested that I could commune with them with nature because they can't.
With the moon lilies.
Yeah. Of course they wouldn't. They're like wizards and fighters.
So he is around somewhere.
They have no respect for nature.
Just got to track him down.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the plan? I'm gonna what Horace said. Like, what's the movement here? We wait for them to come. I mean, what they could be possibly thinking about right now? Are they gonna kill us? What are they gonna do to us? Then?
I mean, obviously it's not
Planetary,
good.
it's not. It might not kill Izzy, but I mean, in terms of us,
Yeah, we're expendable.
Yeah.
At best, we're leverage.
He literally called us garbage people in
Oh,
Elven.
did he? That's nice.
Yeah.
In Elven.
Oh, you've never been called
wait,
garbage
he called
person
us
here.
garbage people in Elven. That
Yeah,
man,
he's
that
kind of a
guy.
dick. I told you guys.
And the funny thing is, the word for garbage people in Elven actually means people who pick up garbage.
Okay, so like we're garbage men.
Yeah. Which I don't know if he actually thinks we're maintenance.
Oh.
Look, I'm looking
like,
around.
do you
this
have a
room.
job to do right now?
Is there any
When
way
they
for
come
us
back,
to
do they
break? Are there
expect
any
all the bins
windows
to
in
be
this
clean?
room?
There's a window, right?
Yeah.
The
There is a
windows in this
window.
room. Can we break out of this room? Is there like a ventilation shaft or something that we can get?
Well, first thing, I'm going to cast knock and get these chains off of me.
Okay. So the chains fall
Wait,
right
wait,
off
can't
of
we
you.
just get the chains off him?
You could do some
Maybe
like
you don't
sleight
have-
of hand and try to pick them off.
Maybe we don't have to use your
All
spell.
right, if we want to do a sleight of hand check,
Yeah.
who's got decent sleight of hand?
I mean, if you were cautious enough, Horace, you could use Doris to crack them.
Oh, do you want
have
me
a
to do
magic
an attack?
blade.
Do you want me to do an attack roll?
You could if you want, but
Okay.
if you roll a natural one, you might cut
All
off
right,
his
just
hand.
hold your thing out. Hold your hands out.
Okay.
All right, Doris. Tell him he's going to be all right.
You're gonna be fine.
Oh, yeah. I rolled like a 25.
Slam and cracks the metal, and they break off your wrists.
All right.
There you go. You know, if I would have rolled a 1, I would have cut your hand off.
Oh gosh. It
Great.
would, yeah.
Solid. Loving it.
You're welcome.
We could always leave, but I feel bad leaving my dad.
Guys, I
here.
can spell to create some food and water. Should we maybe eat and sleep for a bit?
Oh, I can create a mansion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
don't try to
food and
one up
water
our...
would be nice. That's very kind.
I
would
go food
appreciate
and water, and you go
water.
straight to mansion.
Yeah, I know.
Just saying it's an
But
option.
what spatially? Like, can the mansion inside the?
Oh,
how
it's
does
just a
that work?
door,
Range.
and inside the door there's a mansion.
Oh,
Is there
okay.
food and stuff in there?
Yeah.
You guys want to go on holiday for a bit? Like, we'll go to the mansion. We'll create some
I
food
guess
and
we can
water.
escape to the
This actually might not be so bad.
An adventure within an adventure.
It's just like
Oh, and
we're
there's a
going to the
murder
second
mystery
drink.
inside my
Yeah,
mansion.
there's a murder mystery going on in there.
Ooh, this sounds like a job for Poo Poo Bosalis.
Cut to no.
We're going down deeper to the second dream state, like inside.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
You open a mansion inside the mansion. Now we're talking.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
What do we want to do?
What am I wearing?
What did I find in the closet?
You found different silks, whites and blacks, as well as a few purples, and some nice vestments that are in red, but they're not really full shirts or pants.
Are they like tunics, or are they like nightgowns?
No, these are actual
Full, like
clothes.
actual garments.
for people to stay as guests, to dress as if they would.
You get some
part of
drow
the culture.
robes.
So
Cool. Does that help my armor class?
It does not.
I'm saying we go into the mansion right now, and can we actually like sort of
We can
defend ourselves up in the mansion?
Oh yeah, no
through
one.
the doorway?
No one can enter who I don't deem that I want them to enter.
I mean, we think defensively on this one.
You mean you have a spell that does that, or just your attitude?
no, I mean like the way the spell works.
Which one?
I Mordekainen's magnificent mansion.
Oh.
I can create a doorway that only we can enter, and I can close that doorway behind us,
Oh.
so no one can see where we went, and we can just sleep there. I have 100
Let's
servants.
Oh.
We
But,
can't.
I
we
mean-
can't take anything out of it.
Okay.
And
we
how
can
long
just-
are we going there for?
It can be up there for 24 hours.
Rest of
Seventh
our
level
life.
spell. We can
Rest of
just.
our life.
We'll just live there. It'll be great.
Now, if you teach one of your servants how to cast Mordekainer's mansion
No.
inside of your mansion,
That's the
and
singularity.
he goes in and he teaches
That's
his
deception.
servant to
That's the singularity.
cast Mordekainer's mansion.
Where's all my servants? They went 8 mansions deep.
living it up.
Fuck.
But that's the thing. Like that's a 7th level spell,
Yeah.
and
Well, we don't need it now.
that's the thing is like that's an option.
Do we need to rest?
No,
Do
we
it-
no.
I don't need to rest.
What time
Do
of
you need
day
to
is
rest,
it?
Sweeney?
How many hours?
A
have
short
gone?
rest would be nice so I could get some spell slots back.
Are
but
we
then
about
I'm-
5 or 6 hours deep right
Yeah.
now?
You guys probably woke up probably 4 hours before you made it to the junction, and then you've been up for about 4 hours since
Yeah.
then. So you've been up for about 8
Why
hours.
don't you take a nap?
I don't need a nap. I can just meditate
Oh, okay.
and just like take an hour, get some
Horace,
spell
sounds
slots
like
back.
you need a nap.
I'm a nappy nap a little bit.
So you're just gonna hop on the bed?
Yeah.
Just take a little nap?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well, let me ask you
After
this.
heavy
Izzy,
drinking, no matter how long you've been up, you always want to sleep.
What kind of danger are we in, Izzy?
I don't know. All I know is I can always just push them into another existence.
Jesus Christ.
I have that spell now.
That's good to have in the back
It's
pocket.
really good.
You have-
Literally, planar binding. It just opens. Like underneath them.
I
And they have
just-
to do a lot of saving throws. And if they don't, they're just on the 9th level of hell.
I just want to ask you this.
Yeah.
Are we going to have to fight our way out of here?
I hope not. I really don't want to. I'm hoping maybe I can expedite what they're using my dad for. So if they need to do something, okay, I can help. We can do it quicker, and then we can GTFO.
Are we locked inside?
That's
this
not a
room?
problem.
They locked it, right?
They did lock the door.
That's not a problem. But
Yeah, that's not a problem.
because I can get rid of that really easily. Fortunately, oh no, I didn't. I can't cast knock today.
Oh, you didn't prepare it?
No.
Yeah,
Well,
I hope I can
I
just,
have a
chat our
form-
way out of
I
there.
have a form of knock, which is my body.
I can make us all invisible.
Conjure elementals, but I
Okay.
can't open
That's
this
an
door.
option.
So
Hey,
here's
what's the window look like outside in case we want to go out?
The window pane?
Yeah,
It's
like if can I put my head out the window and look?
the
out?
no, the glass is kind of fused into the stone.
Oh.
You would have to, it's not like a sliding glass window
Oh,
or
okay.
an open, you would have to break the glass to
I
get out.
see.
And is there a fall? Is there
You were very high up. You would
Yeah.
be probably about 100 feet off the ground.
too high to maybe tie up all of the cloths and robes and stuff? that
Okay,
we
so
found?
here's what I have at my disposal. So we know it's the option: magic missile, feather fall. So we could
Okay.
jump out of a thing. I don't know how wide the window. How wide is the window?
It's about 10 feet wide and 12 feet high.
Wow, it's a huge window.
Yeah, you're in
We'll
a
be
big
fine.
room, the very
Okay.
high ceilings.
Oh.
Okay, so that's an option. We could jump out the window.
Okay.
I can.
It's a beautiful room.
If we rest, I can become
It's a
an
hotel,
animal
you'd
again.
give it 5 stars.
That's the thing is you can't become an animal again
I
until
can't. I got a nap for
short
like,
short rest or long rest.
I think it's a short now because
Yeah, it is
I'm a
short
half
rest.
elf and
All right, why don't you go meditate?
Well, I would like
I go
one
sit
for
in the
that.
corner and just look at the.
So here's what I have today.
Yeah.
Invisibility, fear, slow, fly. If we want to fly, that's
Okay.
an option.
Okay.
I can animate some objects. I can make an illusion of myself and also be invisible. I can make us look like things that we're not, but that seems like they,
Lamps. Look like lamps.
They're
people,
onto
but
that.
they're onto
They're
that,
onto
as
that.
you
Aw,
said.
damn.
I can cast a mansion, or I can do my prismatic spray thing, where I just, cast all those beams of energy and stuff. But that's a pretty lethal spell.
Can we do 2 spells at once? An invisibility and a flying spell?
No, because they're both concentration spells.
Okay.
Stupid
I mean,
Uh,
outside, can we see through the wind? Is the glass like we can see through perfectly, or is it
Yeah.
like?
It's beautiful, clear glass.
So
you can see out into the city.
what is outside? Just out in the city.
So when you're looking out of the city, now that you're looking backwards, you can see to your right now, you see the beautiful homes all along the croppings of like the side of the mountain. To your left, you see, or straight down in front of you, you see the road that you rode in on. To the left, you see the several columns that in between you see warriors standing along guard under lamplight. And you see in the center of the kind of making a T, essentially a T road, a T junction, you see a road going off to the left deeper into the darkness that several warriors are standing guard by, this single road. As you're looking down, you actually see a band of, it looks like it might be some of the handmaidens of the high priestess are going down and being escorted by several warriors down to that specific junction and following that road down to the left into the deeper darkness.
Is he already? Are you sleeping or napping?
I think we should just take an hour, meditate,
rest
get
up,
spell
rest
slots.
up. Yeah, sure.
What if they come back in that time?
Then they're a bunch of jerks.
Well, that's an option. That's certainly a possibility, but generally you want prisoners to stew for a bit. Otherwise, they really need our help.
that's true.
That's true.
Hey, what's the read we're getting on this? I mean, is everybody we're working with bad? Are these bad people?
Well,
Sense
what a
evil?
question, which we don't know the answer to. What do they need us for? What do they need Ron for?
Sure.
That we don't know.
Well, he's a druid, and none of them are druids.
I mean, the way I see it, there's only like two options. They're either anti-Moon Lily action,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, they're in on it.
or they're in on the whole
Well,
shit.
okay. Well, here's the thing, though.
Oh God, they're the ones causing the shifts above
Maybe.
the surface.
Maybe.
Or they could be struggling with the same thing that a lot of these people.
That's what I'm
run
wondering.
into.
Maybe we could be dealing with more Slotty down here, or
No.
I don't know.
No, I know. You might be right. I just feel like, slotty, no.
It's possible.
Wait
I
a minute,
mean,
guys. What's a Sladi?
it's
you
a-
guys have encountered Sladi
it's
before?
a
What
giant
is this?
frog from another dimension.
They're bad.
They're not
Yeah.
super nice.
So basically, we've been running into this problem where these like plants that normally make everything okay
Okay.
have been pulled up out of the ground. So like that particular area becomes like a really,
bad.
shit zone.
A wormhole to another dimension, more or less.
So basically, we've been running around dealing with this thing, and it turns out Ron, her dad, may have something to do with it.
well, he's the expert on moon lilies.
Yeah.
So here's a thing.
Okay.
What if they are using those moon lilies?
To do what?
Well, if they're the ones that pulled them up to steal
That's
them,
what I'm wondering.
What are they using? We need to return them.
Or
We need to replant them.
Yeah. Yeah.
or someone else
those
is
holes
taking
up.
them, and it's happening down here too.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, or a third thing that we're not thinking about, but there's options here.
Sounds like something's going wrong. One, your dragon wasn't the first nasty thing they'd seen down here.
It wasn't?
No, he said that this has been happening.
That's
Oh,
true.
interesting.
Good listening,
and,
Horace.
Yeah, thank you. I've
Damn.
been trying to do it more.
I mean, Mike heard that, but Sweeney didn't speak Elvish, so Sweeney didn't know that.
Right. Yeah, well, thank you,
Of
Sweeney.
course.
Role playing.
And I'm looking out and seeing they look nervous out there. There's a bunch of soldiers lined up.
Yeah.
Izzy,
Looking
what do
nervous.
you think's gonna happen when? Do you know how well do you know your dad? They go and they tell your
Oh,
dad.
I know my dad really well.
All right, what's he gonna do when they tell him that they've got us?
He's kind
Is he
of
gonna
a
go into bat
push-
for us?
He's not. Well, he's not a. He's a lover, not a fighter. Does that feel? That makes any sense?
He also may not have a say in it.
Right.
Yeah. He's not gonna be happy about it. I'm his only child, so
And he's a man in a
a
matriarchal
matriarchal
society.
He doesn't get a say.
It's a glass ceiling.
I think the first question we ask is how long do we estimate till they'll be back?
Let's take an hour, and if they're back earlier than
Yep.
that,
Yeah.
we
Let's
move
rest up.
on.
give him the bird.
Let's
Tell him we
rest
need another 30.
And then we could fight or we could flee. I mean, if they come
Yeah.
back earlier than an hour, we could break the glass, try to get it that way, or we could just go at them.
I mean, I'm honestly,
Let's
if they're gonna
negotiate.
come and get us and use us, let's see what's happening.
Yeah.
Let's let them just walk us to the
We
thing.
could be sleeper cells. We can be like, yeah, we believe you.
Well,
We're
they-
in there, and at the very last moment, we could turn the nukes on them.
Well, look, they probably don't trust us, but they might need you.
Yeah.
And if
There
you
you
can
go.
get close enough to figure out what's going on,
And they don't know me. They don't know what I can really do.
none of us do.
No,
Izzy,
yeah.
none of us do.
I feel like I know Izzy.
Okay.
Aw.
But we
seen her
are
naked like 5
disposable to them.
The
three of us guys are-
probably. I mean, they did literally call us in Elvish garbage people.
Yeah.
I could turn
What do
you
you do
all
to the garbage?
into
You
like
dispose it.
snails and put you in a pot and hide you.
Then
But
let's
then I'd be doing this alone, and I don't want to do that.
let's game this out. They walk in. Hey, where'd your friends go? Izzy says,
Oh, what friends?
"Yep."
Are
So
you okay and feeling all right?
so you gaslight them.
Pretty sure
Yeah.
it was just me. Why would I be friends? You know I don't have friends, idiots. I like that. But I also don't want to
Let's
be
keep
alone.
workshopping
I
it.
don't-
Interesting
Let's work
plan.
on that. Maybe gaslight them at the very end.
When you come up with the perfect plan. Wait, can we become a snail, go under the little slit underneath the door?
Oh yeah, I
Sure.
can make you into like
Yeah.
I once turned what was the was it like a beautiful phoenix into a snail or a turtle?
Phoenix?
But what was the thing in the cage at that one episode?
Griffin.
The griffin
Turned into a turtle.
Oh, it didn't work.
No.
We become snails, then we become normal again when we get outside from underneath the door.
There's a
Then
lot
we
of
go
things that are
invisibility.
as small as a snail and way faster.
Like ants.
Yeah, okay. Ants. We become
Or
ants.
mice.
Oh, right.
We go under the door. Then Sweeney puts invisibility on us, and we try to see how far we can get out the hallway.
Oh, that would
Let's-
probably upset them.
Let's take an hour, get some stuff back.
Do we want to
Yeah.
let them kind of dictate this? Like, do we want to let
I'm
them
okay
try
with that.
bring us to
I'm okay
Ron?
with
Let's
that.
let them set the terms.
All right. Well, let's rest.
The closer you get to your enemy, the closer you are to punching them in the dick.
So you guys rest for
Not
an hour.
necessarily true in a matriarchy.
No.
Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. The Velvet League will return next week for part 4 of our adventure with Taylor. You can follow Taylor on Instagram at Taylor_Glockner. Photos and character art can be found in the show notes on partialart.com. And while you're there, why not check out some of our other podcasts, including Because Comics, where Mike Christensen and I talk about the weird and wacky stories of comic books. If you have any questions about the show, you can email us at FridayNightQuests@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all under the handle Partial Arc. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the battlefield.
Yeah, I'm gonna loot the body.
So, how much experience do we get?
Well, now we have a skeleton army, so that's pretty neat.